Yeah, now sorry, go talk about it.
Now he say then we cannot.
Hey, this going recording.
Yeah, record already.
Okay, Ken. Now let's discuss about how we define our transitions.
Okay, I know you want to tell me.
Okay, we use rubidium-87 atoms and the hyperfine splitting. So let me draw the energy level of the atoms. This is 5s. Okay, this is the energy level of the rubidium atoms. Ground state, excited state. For the cooling, we need to have the cycling transition, which is 2 to 3 prime. This is the cooling speed. You know there is a small detuning, which is about 3 gamma. Gamma is the natural line width. Yes, which is 6 megahertz. So 3 gamma is about 18 megahertz. We use 50 megahertz now. And we also need to repump. Because this cycling transition is not perfect. Why? Because this splitting is only 266 megahertz. That is fairly close of 2 prime. If you shine the light from here to here, you can off-resonant excite the atoms to the F equal to 2 prime. That's gonna spontaneously decay back to the F equal to 1, which is dark to the cooling light. So you need a repump light to bring the atoms back to the F equal to 2. And how to dress the repump light very efficiently, then to give 1 to 2 prime. This is the repump. Because in this scenario, the atoms in the F equal to 1 will be excited by the repump to the F equal to 2 prime. And this gonna decay back to the F equal to 2. And then the atom will see the cooling light again and participate in the cycling transition and being cooled down.
Okay.
Yes.
So now one question you might have is why don't we use this to f equals to 3? F prime equals to 3. Because you can only change plus minus 1 or 0.
This is allowed.
Yes.
Yes. 1 to 3 prime is not allowed.
What do you mean not enough?
The atoms won't.
Yeah.
Okay, then it will shine.
1 to 0 prime is allowed. This is another cycling transition. We don't use it in our experiment, but people do use it. Yes. To blow away the atoms in this state. Because why? Because atoms in the 0 prime state cannot go back to 2. They can only go back to 1. That's why it is called closed transition. Closed transition. And 1 to 2 prime is open transition. 1 to 1 prime, open transition. 2 to 2 prime, open transition, because 2 prime can decay to here. It's open. 2 to 1 prime, open, because 1 prime can decay to here. 2 to 3 prime, closed transition, because it can only go back here. So, the concept. Okay, how to get this light? We use LM to shift. Okay, in our experiment, we lock the laser to the 2 prime, 3 prime crossover. Yes. How we align our laser? We have the laser this is the laser beam. We use half-wave plate, EBS, to get some light out. This light is for locking. Yes, this light is for TA. Yes, to be amplified, but the frequency will be the same as your laser. Okay, our alignment is being done in such a way. We have AOM that shift the laser frequency. Let's say this is RF. We shift the frequency positively up, and then shine this to the rubidium cell and lock it. And lock it. Okay. Now it is a trick. Because let's say the laser frequency is F. Okay. RF is mu. Okay. Then this frequency is what? F plus mu. F plus mu is on resonant of the laser of the atomic transition. That means F is low. Okay. That means F is lower. You lock your laser frequency to be here. That is F plus mu, which means your F is here. Depends on how much you shift it. Right. This is your F. This is your laser. If you shift it negatively, F minus mu is unresonant. That means, let's say you have,
then your frequency is higher than that.
yeah, you shift it 460 megahertz up, then that means this is 460.
Is this AOM double pass?
It is double pass.
Yes,
I
that's
simplified it.
So the mu is divided by 2.
Uh,
Is F plus 2.
Yeah, I just simplified it.
Okay.
Yes. So, because you use the plus order, you shift the frequency up, and it is on resonance with your transition. That means your laser is down. If you use minus order, you shift your laser down to be on resonant. That means your laser is here.
For locking, we're using minus resonance, right?
For locking, Boltzmann, we use minus. For Atlas, we use minus. For Kronos, we use plus, which means the laser is here. Why we want to do that? Because we want to bring the Raman even lower.
Because Raman is
Yes, because we want a big tuning of the Raman beam with respect to the excited state for this stage. Okay, let me do it carefully. As Truth said, we do double pass. Let's just talk about the Kronos. We do double pass. We use 230 megahertz with double pass. That means the frequency is actually here. How much is this? This is 266. This is 156. This is 72. Yes. And you lock to the crossover. Yeah, this is 133.
So 133 plus 156 plus like 2 plus 230 minus 361.
361. This. Okay. 361. And this is 460. So that means this is 99.
Yes.
9.
Right? Yes. And this is your laser. Okay. Now you want to have the cooling, have the detection, have the blow away, blah blah blah. How you do it? You need to shift your laser upwards to hit those transitions. Hit those transitions. Let me extend it. We know this is 3 prime.
4 minutes left.
This is 2 prime. Yes, thank you. Here, this is 15 megahertz. Okay. How much we need to shift it up? We can calculate. 99 plus this plus this plus 266 minus 15. That is the amount you need to shift up to have cooling.
Or into double pass.
Yeah, also double pass. And for unresonant, we use it for blow away.
BA.
BA, boy. Yes. And the detection, because we use unresonant web for that purpose. Okay. Cooling, blow away, detection. And we also do subdoppler cooling. Subdoppler cooling needs far detuned light, which is somewhere here. Let's say this is 30 gamma. 30 gamma is, yeah, this is 180 megahertz. Then how much we need to shift? It is this plus this minus 180. And always remember
599
divide by 2. Always remember divide by 2 because we do that. Okay, this is what? This is subdoppler.
614 minus 180.
Finish. Then, how about the repump? Repump need to be from 1 to the 2 prime. This is repump, right? What we need is use the laser light is here, and this is the repump. We need to
Amplifies music.
plus this. Laser is here. Okay, let's continue
There's a
later.
lot from 2 to crossover, so just plus the amplifies music minus we can continue. I message
Yeah.
Krishna.
Yes.
If he doesn't reply me, then we just carry on.
Okay, can. Let me think. I forgot a bit. For sure, we need to add this. Oh, okay. This is laser. How I did it last time. The laser is
Originally there was a broken.
Ah, no. I shift the laser down. Yes, let's first talk about the ramen. Okay, let's start from ramen, that is easier. This is a repump, we remember this is a repump. And for ramen, we want to shift the laser down to give us ramen.
But what is that? I thought you said it's time.
Let's do 500 megahertz away from the excited state. So we already have 99 from the excited state. So what we need is another 400. So let's do 200 times 2 meg. Also double pass. This is our ramen. Ramen. This is also our repump frequency. So now you have this as ramen 1, and you're gonna get ramen 2 derived from this. That is ramen 2. how to get Raman 2? Raman 2 is just this slide plus this much, right? Because the difference of this and this is this much, and this is 6.8 gigahertz. Yes. And now you want to get repump. This is repump. This one. This is repump. I highlighted. How to get from this to this? You need to plus this much and this much. Yes. Let's say what is the difference? This is 200, and this is 99 plus 72 plus 156. Yes. So this is 400. This is 500. 500.
This is 61, right? This is 61 minus 1
Okay, let's calculate.
right? 1, 2, 6, 8,
3 to 7. This much is 3 to 7. That you need to plus.
Yes.
And you also
Plus
need to
400.
plus 400 and plus 6.8 gigahertz. And you get the repump.
Yes.
Yes. This is the new scheme.
Sure.
Understand? You can just use the SyncHD to give all those. You don't need to touch AI. We optimize the Kronos repump AOM for the runner. We fix it at 200 megahertz double pitching to give you best coupling, best efficiency. Because once you shift the frequency, you're gonna reduce the diffraction efficiency. Yes. This is the carrier. This is the R1 is the carrier of your light shining to the UM fiber. Yes. Now you want the sideband to act as runner. For runner, it's very easy. It's just hyperfast R2. This is 6.8. How to get repump is you need to do math. This is your light, your carrier. And you want to get, on top of this, you need plus this, and from here to here. That's why repump, repump need to be R1 plus 6.8 plus 400 plus 0.4 plus 0.327. This unit is gigahertz. I mean, this unit is gigahertz. This is gigahertz. Yes. Then you can do yes. Yes. Then you can do the experiment using Kronos.
Because Boltzmann the laser was not right.
Yes, Boltzmann laser is up.
Yes.
Yes, I can quickly get this okay, right?
So our Raman and repump will be separate AOMs.
One
No,
UM, then
one
you use
UM.
SyncHD to generate the repump. Because only one here, one repump.
What
is your Raman?
200 megahertz is to bring the Raman beam
500 megahertz away from the excited
Yes.
state.
Because before, let me do it here.
This is the locking or the AOS2.
This one, right? This one AM2.
DDS2, yes.
Okay.
Before, what we have is this. We have our laser here, and you use the minus order for cooling. You bring this. This is cooling, which is 220 times 2, and you have your sub D, which is 300 times 2, and you have your blow away, which is 212 times 2, right? That is from the cooling side. Detection also. This is 3 prime, 2 prime. And you do your Raman like this. This is the laser arm. .30 megahertz. I simplify it. This is 330 times 2. Okay. And you have 1, 2. And you want, you know, this is the carrier of your light going to the UM. I call it R1. And to generate R2, which is the Raman, what you did? You just give 6.8 to the UM, you have this, right? And how to get rate pump? Rate pump is this light, right? This is the rate pump from 1 to the 2 prime. Then how you do it? You need to derive it from R1. What you have to do is plus this much minus this much, because this is the bar. You need to minus it to get here, and plus this, get here, then you get this. Here, it's slightly different. This is your R1. You need to plus this. This is your R1. You need to plus this much to get here first, and then plus this much. Since we are not changing the frequency here, what you need to do is give different RF to your UM. Yes, and let's calculate 0.72, 6.8. So it's gonna be 7.52. Yes, you need to fit 752 gigahertz into your into the UM. Yes. Is this clear? Yes.
This will be good because now the repump and the Raman, the EONRF will be very different for it. If there's any crosstalk and stuff, this will be better.
This is how we do. This is also for Atlas. Yes. Any questions? Please.
When you do your lunch, it's unique, right?
Uh-huh.
What does coupling do in the case? Like, we need to increase power, right?
Yes.
Why?
Because the Rabi frequency is
Mega 1,
is proportional to intensity and inversely proportional to detuning. When you have large detuning, your Rabi frequency decreases. When the Rabi frequency decreases, your Rabi flopping will take a very long time to happen. That's why you need to increase the intensity.
It's not about the problem, to some other
It is about the coupling because this omega is the effective 2-photon omega is a product of 1 and 2, right? And 1 is sorry, G, if I remember correctly. This is the frequency of the. This is the unresonant frequency of the 2 level.
Yes.
The coupling strength is dependent on the excited state and the ground state. So when you do, sorry, what's your question again?
Like, because when we do conversion tuning, like atom does not exist in the excited state.
Does not exist in the intermediate state. So now the
Yes.
excited state is actually F equals to 2. Because this is a 2-photon transition.
Yes, it is an intermediate state. The atoms not sit there. It is effectively 2 level. Let's say 2, 1, 2, and you have some intermediate state. It is actually does this. So the atom won't be populated here. It can be seen as 2, 1 like this. It depends on the constellation. And this is unresonant 2-photon. This is unresonant Rabi frequency. And the real Rabi frequency is the unresonant Rabi frequency plus delta.
Yes.
Yes, this is the determinant. Yes. But in this case, this won't be calculated. It's going to be only this state. Yes. And when you this is the effective Rabi frequency of the 2-photon combined. The actual formula is more complicated, actually. And the outside has some term. I just simplify it like this. When you increase this from 30 to 300, then this also need to increase 1 order of magnitude. This is to maintain the same Rabi flopping. Yes. Thoughts? Any further?
It's our pulse duration.
Yes, doesn't matter because you have tons of power. Yes. Now you can get, let's say, 10 microseconds with power of 5 milliwatt, right? And you increase the detuning 1 order of magnitude, and yeah, you just get 50. That is also 1 order. I think it is doable. Let's say you don't have 10, now you have 20, still working. Even 40 is okay. That is still short. That's gonna couple some other effects. Like, no. Like, you know, you have the 1, 0, 2, 0. And let's say you have something like 1 Gauss. Then this is 700 kilohertz, right? When you have the pi pulse, let's say 20 microsecond, then 2 pi is 40. Let's make it simple. 25, 50. This means the Rabi frequency is 200. 20 kilohertz, isn't it? 20 kilohertz. That's the same. 20 kilohertz. And when you drive this, you have this. And this state 2, 1. 2 minus 1. When I drive this one. That is 700 kilohertz away. That means they are off. Yes. If your Rabi frequency is very high, let's say 1, 2, this is high transition, this is 2 pi, which is 1 period. Then you're gonna have 500 kilohertz. That means you can couple to the other states. That is bad.
Yeah, because it's radio frequency, it's not really laser frequency.
It's not a laser frequency, but you can actually talk to this. It is still laser frequency. Because you can cover that range. It's just like here, you off scatter it. You off resonant scatter to the states.
Of resonance pattern.
Yes. So when it is low, it doesn't matter. And I've been seeing people doing the pi transition using 40 milliseconds. No problem. Sorry, Michael.
Okay.
Especially when you do microwave transition, this is really powerful. But when you do light, 2 photon stimulated Raman transition, it is less problem because you already blown the states away. There is no atoms. This state, no atom, but the state exists. If you drive your atoms from here to here with a very large Rabi frequency, you can actually populate the atoms to the state. States always exist. It is just no atoms in there. So you can drive it. That is that. That's why when you give larger BFU, it is clear. But why people don't use large BFU? Because they want to avoid the second order Zeeman shift. Second order Zeeman shift is going to shift this two state unevenly. And you really rely on the 6.8 gigahertz capacity. If it is being shifted, then you need to do a lot of calibration. That's why they keep the solenoid BFU like 100 milliamps. They have 17 kilohertz. Yes. Something like this, but they keep their Rabi frequency. This is the things we can try. And by doing this, we won't have that much of scattering. Yes, we can have a better cleaner signal. That is according to the imagination, not the evidence we see. We need to try.
It makes sense because single photon transition won't even happen when
Do you remember the scattering rate formula? Let me write it down and you say whether it is correct or not. This is the saturation. That means the larger the detuning is, this is lower. The higher the intensity is the higher. Yes. Because this can ignore and it becomes 1. This is saturation. This means if your intensity is above this, the atom is already saturated. You have 2 levels. This is ground state. Excited state. When you reach this, it's half. So when we go large detuning, this go lower. That is what we want. We want to get it to this. Yes.
Is it recording right now? Serious phone, yes, but I don't know if you're blocking the uptime.
Okay?
Yes, boss.
Thank you, boss. Thank you, boss.
So,
Thank you, boss. Yes, let's do it later. Now we can do meeting. Yes.
yeah, first one.